Welcome to card 2 in the July card class at DoLallyCrafts.com. I'm Karen and I'm about to show you how to make card 2. Okay, we'll just move all of these out the way for a moment. This is card 2. It's a birth card, or it could just be a congratulations card, and we'll start now. Okay, so we've got a top folding card base with this one. I've already matted the background DSP to some Peekaboo Peach matting, and we'll start from here. Okay, now you will receive all of these pieces in your pack. Some of the branches will vary because they were actually taken from the, what's it called? The Swirly Scribbles Thinlits dies. This is actually what makes the waves for the ocean type thinlits in that pack, and I just cut out different pieces to make into branches for this card. So all we need to do, I'm fiddle farting around there, so all we need to do, we'll get some glue. Ooh. It's gone all claggy at the end there. Okay, I'll just put a bit of glue there because we'll be using a bit of it in this card. So just tap a little bit off, and we'll just tap some on like that. I like using these plastic mats because the glue can just be rolled off when you have too much of it sitting there. So there we go, that's one branch. Do the next one. We'll just tap a bit of glue along the branch just to give it a little bit of adhesion, and there we go. Now it's the same with all these leaves. I actually cut, or die cut a number of these out of the Swirly Scribbles. There's two different dies. There's the larger leaf and then the smaller leaf. Right, so a little bit more on there. Now I'm going to leave the die cuts for a moment, the leaf ones, and we're going to bring in, pop that aside, bring in the two little flower swirls, and as you can see I've already die cut the pieces out here. Some of these will go flat to the card, and some of them will be popped up with some dimensionals. Now, it's about to slide off the table if you could see the mess of this place at the moment. Okay, now as I said, I've already cut these out. Doesn't really matter which way you stamp these on. It is preferable to have them stamped out and then cut out, but unless you have the die set, you're not going to be able to do it. So I will provide in your packs, as you'll see, all of the die cuts ready to go, and all you have to do is just twirl your stamp until you get it in the right position. There is a bit of a dip in the stamp, as you can see here, in the die cut, and that matches the stamp, which has a bit of a dip as well, as you can see. Turn that one round, and like that. Oh, did that snap? Yes, it did. Okay, so we've got those done, and you'll also have a scrap of card Just close those up. A scrap of card to stamp the bird and its nest. Now these don't have a stamp die to cut out with, so you have to actually do these yourself. There we go. And then, where have I put them? There is a tiny little stamp. Maybe I didn't get it out. Okay, I've found the missing stamp, and it's the set of eggs that the bird has in its nest. So there we go, stamp those out, and all we have to do now before we can put all of our stamps away is just stamp the sentiment in the lower area of the card on the front. So I have that all prepared, and it says, "So happy to hear about your great news." So I'll double stamp that just to make sure it's nice and clear. There we go, it stands out nicely there. So we can pop all of our stamp pad away now, and all we have to do, just move all of these out the way, bring in our scissors to do a bit of fussy cutting. Now I leave a very small border around each piece. Okay, so we're ready to put this bit together. Now we need dimensionals to go on the back of the nest so that that stands out a little bit, because we will have other things behind it. So we'll pop the nest on first, just on the tree like so. Now in the first card I had the eggs at the back and the bird at the front. I actually wanted the eggs to stand forward a little bit because this one is a baby card and it's so happy to hear about your great news, so we want the eggs to actually be in the forefront of this card because that's the great news. Oh, it's very fiddly, this bit. So just pop those on there, take the backing off, and we'll just pop those just at the front there. And then the bird, get a little bit of glue again. Just to pop the bird at the back. Like so. We'll just pop him, or her, behind the eggs, like so. Okay, we can go ahead and put the rest of the leaves on the branches. Okay, and now we will use the dimensionals on the back of all the florals, and we can pop those all over the card or all over the branch. doesn't want to come off. Okay. There we go, and that's all of that done. Now all we have to do is put the pearls on. Okay, here's the pearls, and we just put a little one in the centre of the smaller flowers. Like so, and then the larger ones in the centre of the larger flowers. Like so. We'll bring our card base back in and just put some tape there, and there we go. Our card is finished. So there's the one we started with, and once again I've made the base a little bit bigger to frame it nicely. I hope you enjoyed card 2. We will be back shortly with card 3 in the series. Thank you.